Right now, with Wisconsin's legislative maps in flux, the consultants hired by the courts to evaluate the new proposals released their findings. Also, Orbit Gardens held its annual Orchid Quest today with plenty to offer for planners. And if you're looking for a vacuum cleaner that'll get the job done, then watch Consumer Reports puts together some of the top tests. That's all coming up at 5:30. Well, good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. The Wisconsin Supreme Court now has the results of a report by two consultants hired by the court to evaluate 6 proposed legislative maps for the upcoming election this year. Well, what did those consultants find? Our Braden Ross has the details.
In a little over a month, the Wisconsin Supreme Court will decide which legislative maps will determine which state races you end up voting in this fall. And there are quite a few options. But before they make their decision, they ask for some expert input. Here's what those experts told them.
All the plans meet the requirements. You have to choose one.
Following a landmark ruling throwing out Wisconsin's current legislative maps, the Supreme Court is on a tight schedule to institute new ones before this fall's election. And they're getting some help from some outside consultants to do it.
The court hired them to help them make sense of the plans that were submitted and how well the various plans complied with the criteria that the court put forward.
The consultants looked at all 6 options presented to the court last month, 4 submitted by liberal groups and 2 submitted by conservative ones. They evaluated them on things like contiguity and population equality, but the court also asked that they look at how they shake out based on party.
Measuring how likely it was that the plans would give majority control of the legislature to the party that received the most votes.
The consultants found all 6 maps were likely to lead to a Republican majority, although they differ in how strong that majority would turn out to be. They found the maps submitted by the 2 conservative groups would leave Republicans with a significant legislative majority. The other 4, they said, were virtually the same and would make the party split in the legislature much closer. So now what?
The court will have to make a decision on which map they're going to choose.
The court could choose to go with any of those 6 options, but there are also a few other possible paths to new maps. The court could ask those consultants to drop their own maps or modify any of the existing ones. And if the state legislature manages to pass their own plan and get Governor Evers to sign it, then those maps would stand. Reporting in Madison, Braden Ross, News 3 Now.
The Wisconsin Elections Commission said the new maps have to be submitted by March 15th in order to be ready for the August primary. Last week, we learned of the 3 finalists to be in the next permanent superintendent of Madison's public schools. The candidates will be interviewed by students, parents, and caregivers in public hearings on Tuesday, and will also take part in closed-door conversations with teachers, district leaders, and students Wednesday. On this week's edition of For the Record, the current interim superintendent laid out what key issues the candidates have to consider.
And really strengthening how children are learning how to read and how those practices in classrooms are aligned to the science of reading. So there's a great opportunity for a new superintendent to come in, that vision for learning, especially for students who have been historically underserved and who have the most opportunity gaps.
These components are part of the characteristics the Madison School Board set as part of the search. And from local government and legislative maps to some weather maps, let's send it out to meteorologist Alex Harrington with your first one forecast. Alex, first off, how's it feeling out there?
Feels great out here. Clear, partly cloudy skies. Though we're going to add some clouds into the forecast again tonight. So the copy and paste type forecast. We've got more patchy fog that's going to be expected tonight. Beautiful shot here at the Capitol, but would not be surprised as we head towards after the Grammys that we might start to see some of that fog building in. That patchy freezing fog could throw you for a loop on your Monday morning. Low visibility, especially in those low-lying areas. Might have to get the scraper out too for the windshields. Keep those low beams on. Coming up in Maine weather, I'm going to break down who stands the best chance for that freezing fog overnight going on into your Monday morning. Visibilities are great right now, but I want you to look way off to the north and towards the east, out towards Manitowoc. Visibilities are starting to get down to a 1/4 mile. That's that fog starting to develop to the north and towards the east, and it's going to move from northeast to southwest. 39 here in Madison now, 43 in Lone Rock, 48. That's toasty in Boscobel right now. These temperatures range from 10 to almost 20 degrees above normal for where we should be for this time of year. Here in Dane County proper, got a lot of 37s, 39s, got a 41. And again, coming up in Maine weather, well, we'll have a nice evening tonight. We'll track that fog. Who stands the best chance for it? And how much rain you can expect this week. Yeah, rain. That's coming up in Maine weather.
Alex, thank you. President Joe Biden came out victorious in the South Carolina primary yesterday. He had a long shot challengers in author Marianne Williamson and Representative Dean Phillips. Biden won the state's primary against major competition 4 years ago, a result that revived his previously struggling campaign. This time around, the South Carolina primary is the first in the nation for the Democratic Party's race for the nomination for which delegates will be awarded. Despite the support at the ballot box, some voters are not fully satisfied with the Biden administration's performance so far.
I really want to see how is President Biden going to regain the support of his young voters, because he made so many promises 4 years ago, and as of right now, we're not really seeing too many of them being upheld.
Meanwhile, the Palmetto State's Republican primary is just 3 weeks away. This weekend marked the 35th anniversary of the Madison Orchid Growers Guild hosting its Orchid Quest. It was held at Olbrich Gardens, and although it was in the middle of winter, the turnout did not disappoint. There were growing seminars, a silent raffle, an auction, and plenty of advice for newer and more experienced orchid growers.
11 different vendors that are here, and we have educational rooms where we have a lot of talks about growing orchids, repotting orchids, and that kind of thing.
Olbrich's Orchid Escape feature is also on display inside the Bowles Conservatory every day until March 3rd. For more information on future events held by the Orchid Growers Guild can be found at orchidgrowersguild.org. Coming up after the break, Consumer Reports test out various vacuum cleaners to see which one cleans best. And coming up tonight at 10:30, our Catherine Merck visits a business in Janesville whose hair pieces are in the gift bags of attendees at tonight's Grammy Awards.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
I thought you two were going to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison this afternoon.
No, we couldn't decide what game to play.
That's the great thing about Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. There is a myriad of games with a myriad of themes so you can find your perfect fit. Some machines offer free games, multiple spins, a bonus within a bonus, and multipliers. So many different ways to play means so many different ways to win. Find your perfect game at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5:30.
Today's date might suggest that it's still winter outside, but the vacuum labs at Consumer Reports are all ready for when you get the itch to do some spring cleaning. Its testers share which canisters, uprights, and stick vacs did the best in CR's tough test.
When Consumer Reports tests vacuums, it doesn't mess around. Well, actually, that's kind of all it does.
Right, so all of these tests mimic what people would have in their house.
Testers drop debris like rice, cereal, and sand on bare floors to see how many passes it will take for a vacuum to pick it all up. Pet hair problem? CR checks that too.
A really good vacuum would pick up pet hair instantly, and the hair wouldn't get caught in the brush roll. It would make it up to the bin or the bag.
And then there's this tough test, which measures how much embedded sand a vacuum can lift from a carpet.
So it's almost as if you're tracking in sand from the outside and you're stepping on your carpet and you're embedding it in the carpet. We want to see how well those vacuums are going to pick it up.
CR's tests reveal you can get a great vacuum for under $300. If your home has wall-to-wall carpeting, an upright vacuum like this Kenmore Elite Pet Friendly is a good choice. If you need to switch between bare floors and rugs, consider canister-style vacuums for their maneuverability. This Kenmore performs just as well as a vacuum that costs more than $1,000 on bare floors, carpets, and pet hair. For quick cleaning, stick vacuums are an option.
Stick vacs definitely are becoming more powerful, and you could use a stick vacuum as your sole vacuum. But that's really if you have like a small area or maybe bare floors.
CR says you can skip the battery-powered stick vacs and save hundreds with a corded stick vac like this recommended Shark. This is Teresa Hope.
If you're ready for a more hands-off approach to vacuuming, you may be interested in a robotic vacuum. CR's tests have found these robots continue to improve when it comes to cleaning performance and navigation. However, for deeper cleaning, you'll still want a regular vacuum. And coming up next, we'll have another check of your First One forecast. Stay tuned.
Tonight, after the Grammy Awards, this year's Grammy nominees will get a Southern Wisconsin surprise in their gift bags. Get a look at these hair pieces. They're from a Janesville company looking to forge new style standards for men. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This Valentine's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Solid core composite frame, triple pane windows.
Solid core composite frame, triple pane windows.
Solid core composite frame, triple pane windows. From Scott the Window Guy at AHT Wisconsin Window.
I'm Scott the Window Guy from AHT Wisconsin Windows. Our solid core composite frame triple pane window is the most energy efficient window made for Wisconsin, no matter what the season. Respond now and get $225 off each window at scottthewindowguy.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Bozeman from Steve's Auto Sales in Madison. I came up with a great sale for you guys, $29.99. I have 10 cars in that price range. Stop by today if you want the best deals in Madison. We have the warranties available. We also have financing for these $29.99 cars. Go to stevesAutoTruckSales.net. I'm located on Stoughton Road. Stop by and I'll give you the best deal in town. Steve's Auto Sales, the best deals in Madison. Search for Steve's on your phone right now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5:30.
Vina Del Mar residents returned to their scorched homes on Saturday, looking to salvage what little they could after wildfires swept through the area, killing at least 46 people. Black smoke billowed into the sky over many parts of the Valparaiso region, home to nearly 1 million residents in central Chile. While firefighters struggle to quell the flames, the death toll means this is the deadliest outbreak of forest fires in Chile in the past decade, according to Chile's disaster agency. And now let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast with some more milder weather.
Yeah, we'll go with the milder weather, not the wilder weather here for sure, Jalen. Definitely warm. By the time we get into midweek, we're still tracking those record or near record warm temperatures, but it's kind of the copy and paste forecast. Once again, we're expecting patchy fog yet tonight with mild temperatures. That's that perfect recipe, mild temperatures, melting snow that you get that fog formation, and still tracking rain, not snow, as we head later into the week. Heads up here overnight and going on into your Monday morning. Could be looking at some patchy freezing fog. This can mean getting the scraper out in the morning if your cars are outside. Could be running into some low visibility, so allow that distance if you run into one of those banks of that dense fog and keep those low beams on. Visibility is out there right now 10 across all of southern Wisconsin. That's pretty good. Although I meant to stay over here because I want you to look up towards Manitowoc. The fog will start to the north and to the east, and it will expand from northeast to southwest as we carry on towards midnight. You see visibility starting to drop up towards Fond du Lac. Then watch what happens here as we head towards 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. Our friends over towards Juneau, Watertown, Columbia, Marquette, Green Lake counties, we see that fog really start to take hold. Let's say from I-90, I-94 and points off towards the north and towards the east. Tries to move a little bit further to the southwest, but by the time you get to 10 o'clock, that sun starts to burn through that fog, leading to a pretty nice day out there. Plan in the evening, great night for a walk with the dog. And then as we carry on into the overnight hours, that fog potential towards daybreak, lows around 25, but then we boost up to around 40. A little cooler for your Monday than what we were originally forecasting. Here's why. Mild overnight tonight. These are our normal highs for this time of year, but look at Madison and points off towards the north and east. Upper 30s to right around 40 because that fog will be part of our morning regime out there, and because of that, it'll take a little bit longer for that sun to get to the ground. Temperatures still expected to go all the way up to 54 on Thursday. Normal's way, way, way down here. Even in the extended, once again, our temperatures are going to be above normal. When we get up to 54 degrees on Thursday, some showers are expected. Going on into your Friday, 10th, quarter of an inch at most out there with that precipitation. Wet weather, not snowy weather. And as we head further out into the 7 to 10 day, watching a weather system Sunday night into Monday that could bring some wintry precipitation into southern Wisconsin, if not close to the area. And here's a bit of a bizarre scene. Thanks, Rob from New Glarus, sending us this robin picture out there. A little early for the robins out there, but nonetheless, with the warm temperatures, I'm not overly shocked. I'm a birder myself, and we have had some of those robins out there as well, folks. So, hey, and speaking of viewer photos, let's just take a quick peek at our viewer photos page live on channel3000.com. Just click that post your own button. Trying out a couple different things here so that we can see those photos a little bit better. I think this is a little bit better. Sherry and Jim, thank you very much. From Roxbury, showing us that beautiful morning with that freezing fog. It likes to deposit itself on objects, making for those pretty formations. We see that too as well. Here again, Jim and Sherry, thanks again for sending us these pretty photos. And another one, Sandy. Look at those frosty treetops there. Isn't that gorgeous? That's what you get with freezing fog out there. You get that moisture in the air, and with temperatures below freezing, you get those pretty ice crystal formations.
Yeah, you talked about the robin. I was definitely sitting at home and I could hear the birds out there chirping.
Yes.
I looked at, again, the date and I was like, huh, okay, this time of year already, but it's okay. I like it.
And we got to keep an eye on our feathered friends too, because if it gets really cold, they are in trouble.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Alex.
You bet.
Music's biggest night is finally here. The 66 Grammy Awards will be handed out in just a short time from now. This year, women dominate the major categories. Danya Backus is on the red carpet with more on that, plus some of the amazing performances that are in store.
The who's who of the music industry made their way down the Grammy red carpet at the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles as excitement builds for tonight's show.
I'm happy to be here, man. It feels good. I mean, I look amazing.
Women dominate the major Grammy Award categories this year. SZA leads with 9 nominations. She goes up against Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo for each of the top awards, Song, Record, and Album of the Year. Victoria Monet is up for 7 Grammy Awards, including Best New Artist. Her 2-year-old daughter, whose laugh is featured on one of Monet's songs, is also nominated, making her the youngest Grammy nominee ever. While the Grammys are about honoring the best in music, this year it is also about the live performances. There will be 15 of them, including some surprises.
There's something for everyone this year, from like the incredible young stars like Olivia Rodrigo and Billie Eilish and Dua Lipa and SZA, incredible artists. And then you've got these legends who are coming to perform.
So many things. Legends, including 80-year-old folk icon Joni Mitchell, who will sing for the first time at the Grammys. U2, who will perform live from the Sphere in Las Vegas, and Billy Joel returning to the Grammy stage after a 30-year absence, performing his first new single in decades. Are you looking forward to any special performances tonight?
I was just going to say Joni Mitchell. She's someone I've listened to my whole life. I remember learning her guitar parts as a kid.
The show also includes a 17-minute-long in memoriam segment, paying tribute to the music legends who died this year. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Trevor Noah returns to host for the 4th time. If Taylor Swift wins Album of the Year, she will become the first person to win the coveted award 4 times. The 66 Grammy Awards air tonight right here on CBS and stream on Paramount Plus from the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. And we want to note that our News 3 Now at 10 show will air 10 minutes later due to the Grammys airing tonight. And still to come in sports, it was a top 6 showdown at the Kohl Center today. And here's highlights from the Badgers bout with number 2 Purdue. Next on News.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
Doctor, after my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me really self-conscious.
It's not your fault. That stubborn fat and excess skin is very difficult to get rid of with diet and exercise alone.
That's exactly why I went to Sono Bello. I really trust their team of experts, and I finally got the flat stomach I had always wanted.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just 1 visit.
Ab EX is a great alternative to a tummy tuck because that overhang you mentioned becomes flat and tight fast with minimal downtime.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now to learn more about Ab EX by Sono Bello. Call 1-888-285-6876 or go to sonobello.com.
Life can be hard. With Culligan, your water doesn't have to be.
Everyone wants to hire people who are ready to work and passionate about what they do. People that are ready for an opportunity, a job, a career. They just need you to believe in them. Thinkability Wisconsin, providing workforce support for people with disabilities and their employers. They're ready to work and shape the future. All you have to do is start with yes. Join the movement at thinkabilitywi.org.
Surgenian's landfill-free guarantee has kept more than 20 million pounds of commercial and residential carpet and pad from area landfills. Visit Madison's largest showroom of flooring options, including eco-friendly products. Local, sustainable Surgenian's.
The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now this morning, weekday.
Today was the day Badger fans have waited all year for. Their 6th-ranked squad hosting number 2 Purdue at the Kohl Center. The sellout crowd lived up to the hype. The Badgers headed into half, trailing by just 2, but the Boilermakers made a run. A.J. Storr trying to stop that, and he goes right at 7'4" Zach Edey. Get big and 1. Storr makes it a 7-point game, 50-43, Purdue on top. But who do you call in a marquee game? Your 5th-year senior, Tyler Wall. He was masterful today. He had a team best 20 points and makes it 59-55 Purdue. And then Wall still trying to will his team to a win. Misses the 3, but gets the board over Edey and finishes the layup with some muscle. We've got a 2-point game with 5 minutes to go, but then with a minute left, Badgers down 5. Esiason off on the 3. Wall tries to corral it, and he would end up turning it over. Lance Jones would make him pay with the layup. That would make it a 7-point game, and that's just about all the battle that the Badgers had in them today. The Boilermakers escaped the Kohl Center with a 75-69 win, handing Wisconsin their 2nd straight loss after climbing to number 6 in the AP poll. But Greg Gard says this is what competition is all about.
Competition at its highest level is very rewarding. It can be very painful, as today is, but it's rewarding. And now, we got to get better before we get to mid-March and see them again.
We played one of the best teams in the country today, and we had so many things that we pick up on and we can get so much better at. So we knock out 1, 2, 3 of those things, and I see no reason why we can't be one of the best teams in the country.
And the Wisconsin women were in action as well, but could not get the job done down near Chi-Town. Northwestern wins 69-43. Sarah Williams scores 11 points and puts up 11 rebounds, but the Badgers shot just 26% from the field, spelling the defeat. Capping off a stretch of 4 top 10 games at UW this weekend, the Wisconsin women's hockey team looking for a sweep over St. Cloud State. The Badger women were able to win in OT yesterday. They'd trail 1-0 in the early going here, but they would turn it on. Layla Edwards shot no good, but Kelly Gorbatenko there to clean it up. What a freshman year she's having. Badgers knot things up at 1 apiece. And then in the second period, Wisconsin on a power play. Caroline Harvey was the hero yesterday. Could she come through again? Yes, she can. Cece scores the goal, and the Badgers take a 2-1 lead. That is the score right now, and we are midway through the third period. And I think all in all, a pretty tough loss for the Badgers today. Greg Gard summed it up well, but I think this is a team that is resilient, and they're trying to use this in some sort of way to maybe inspire them in the future down the road. And, you know, still a fair amount of the basketball season left. March is still a little bit in the distant future. Sure. But Badger team looks fantastic right now. Just a tough loss today against, Zach Edey. What are you going to do with that guy?
For sure. And there's one thing that I always grew up understanding is that you're only as good as your upperclassmen leadership, and it seems that they have a lot of, upperclassmen leaders there. You talked about, Tyler Wall leading the way today. He talked about the things that they can clean up. So moving forward, I think they'll be okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, sounds good. Thank you, Andrew. We'll be back with more after this.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. Another year of yo-yo dieting? Not this year. Hit reset and make a permanent change with permanent fat removal by Sono Bello.
With Sono Bello, day one, all my unwanted body fat gone.
These are my favorite pair of jeans that I couldn't even button up.
Look how flat my stomach is. I couldn't believe it was just gone.
I saw the results immediately.
And this is the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
Real women everywhere are transforming their bodies permanently. Sono Bello is not a fad diet or boot camp workout. It's a simple, proven way to remove stubborn body fat permanently and in just one visit.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
If you are looking for physical results and positive emotional results, please run, don't walk to your nearest Sono Bello.
Ready to hit reset? Find out how you can save $250 off instantly. Call now or go to sonobello.com.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
So we do have CBS airing the Grammys tonight on our network. Are there any artists in particular you guys would like to see win an award?
I honestly don't even follow music as much as I should anymore. I don't know. I watch sports, and it basically takes up all my time. I don't know. What about you?
I got you. Grew up with Drake. He has another Grammy nomination, but a favorite band of mine, Greta Van Fleet, is up for an award, so I hope they win one. Alex, quick check of the weather.
Yeah, I'm going to sing the Freezing Fog song. Well, I'm actually not going to sing, but we do have freezing fog potential overnight tonight. Get ready for the ice scraper in the morning. Could have some low visibilities. That should burn off pretty quickly. Highs around 40. And then we bask in the 50s, although there are some folks that, unfortunately with this really, really warm weather, it's not good for some folks in Wisconsin, too.
All right, well, sounds good. We'll see you guys.